So you're interested in purchasing a new GMC Canyon or Chevy Colorado. Well, today I'm going to compare two trims from these trucks that might overlap and have a lot in common. However, there are some mechanical differences that you might want to consider. So as always with my last videos comparing the Canyons and the Colorados, I just want to warn everybody that this is a lot of information. I'm not perfect. Please verify and fact check anything that you might think is incorrect in this video and let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it, and honestly helps me better create these videos in the future. So if you hear anything that might be incorrect or just want to question anything, feel free to leave a comment down below. So as always with these comparison videos, I first want to start out with the standard feature advantages of the AT4, then we'll move on to the Z71, cover the optional equipment between both these trucks, and then cover pricing in a little bit. So starting out with the features that are standard across every AT4 and optional or not available with the Z71, of course all GMC Canyons will come with the 3-inch wide body stance, the 2-inch or greater factory lift, the 2.7 liter high output 4-cylinder with 430 pound-feet of torque. And lastly, the off-road performance display I believe is standard equipment, at least on the AT4 trims and higher. And I don't think that is actually available on the Colorados. And if it is, it might only be limited to the top ZR2 trims. That I'm not quite sure about. But moving on to more of the features and creature comforts that are standard on the AT4, you have the heated front seats, the power driver's seat with lumbar adjustment, telescopic steering column, remote start, the dual zone automatic climate control, the auto dimming interior rear view mirror, the easy lift lower tailgate, the locking cylinder tailgate, as well as the stow flex tailgate with the storage compartments inside. So all of these features are standard across every AT4, and they are all part of the Z71 Convenience II package if you were to option a Colorado. So now as far as the optional equipment on both the AT4 as well as the Z71, the wireless charging pad, the leather seating surfaces, the driver's seat memory, the rear seat center armrest, the driver's seat mat pocket, heated steering wheel, the ventilated front seats, as well as the multicolor heads-up display and the 6-way front power passenger seat with lumbar adjustment are all optional across the AT4 as well as the Z71. Now looking at this equipment, only the wireless charging pad is in the Z71 Convenience II package. However, everything else mentioned, minus the heads-up display as well as the power passenger seat, is part of the Z71 Convenience III, which is the highest main equipment group in the Colorado Z71 lineup. And the heads-up display as well as the 6-way power passenger seat simply are not available on the Colorado Z71 at all, and they're part of either the AT4 Tech Plus or the AT4 Premium group. You definitely are gaining some additional feature and content going with the AT4 Premium package over that of even a fully loaded Colorado Z71. So keep that in mind while looking, is that even though these trucks are quite similar, you're definitely gaining more with the Canyon and its AT4 Premium package over that of a fully loaded Z71 Colorado. And finally, to cover pricing between these two trucks, starting out with the Colorado Z71, the Turbo Plus starts out at $41,395. The Convenience II is $43,020. The Convenience III, which also comes standard with the safety package, is $44,435. And lastly, the fully loaded Convenience III with the trailering technology, bedliner, and sunroof tops out at $48,130. So that is basically a fully loaded Colorado Z71, just over $48,000. Moving to the Canyon AT4, this starts out at $45,395. The premium package also comes with standard with the safety package, is $47,235. The premium safety technology and advanced trailering is $49,600. And lastly, when you add the bedliner and sunroof to that fully loaded AT4, it tops out at $51,075. So as you can see, the AT4 gets quite expensive in its fully loaded form, and that $51,000 is only about $1,000 less than a fully loaded Colorado ZR2, not including the optional $9,000 equipment kind of off-road package, if you will. So $51,000 compared to a Colorado ZR2 in its fully loaded form is only about $1,000 less. To me, I would probably go for the Colorado ZR2 at that point. However, it is up to you, personal preference, and the AT4 may or may not have a slightly nicer interior, but although I think the Colorado ZR2 has a nice interior as well. So it's definitely personal preference, but to me at $51,000, I might just splurge the extra $1,000 and go for a Colorado ZR2 and gain most, if not all, of the same features. But comparing these trucks in a little bit more detail, you can see that the Canyon AT4 base package is essentially a Z71 Convenience Level 2 minus the wireless charging pad. So basically all of the standard and creature comforts are going to be the same between a Z71 Convenience II and a AT4 base minus the wireless charging pad. Now, of course, with all Canyons, you are going to gain the factory lift kit, the wide body, and the higher output engine tune of the 2.7, but this comes at a cost of roughly $2,300 or so. So to some, this might seem like a fairly decent deal given you are getting that kind of better aesthetic as well as the functional lift kit for off-road performance. But to others, this might not be needed, and you can save the $2,300 and actually get more equipment if you would like, going up to the Convenience Level 3 Z71 for about the same money. And looking at the AT4 premium package as well as the fully loaded version of the AT4, you can see that the price difference or the delta between the two actually gets greater the more you fully load the truck. So it's about $2,800 between the AT4 premium package and the equivalent Z71. And of course, when you get to the fully loaded AT4 and compare it to a fully loaded Z71, this is actually about $3,000 of difference in price. So you can see it definitely gets greater the farther you load up these trucks. However, you are getting a few additional options that are simply not available on any Colorado, things like the heads-up display as well as the power passenger seat. So if you ask me which is the best comparison or equivalent in terms of the price point, I think the base AT4 versus the Z71 Convenience II is the equal or the best comparison point. If you're seeking the lift, the wide body stance, as well as the engine tune, then $2,300 seems tolerable to me to make that trade-off to get basically everything that is found in the Z71 Convenience II, considering you simply cannot get that in a Colorado lineup. The Trail Boss doesn't offer as much equipment, and then of course the ZR2 Colorado offers more equipment and is more expensive in that mid $40,000 price point. So if you want a truck that is basically a Z71 Convenience II, then the Canyon AT4 in its base form is essentially that truck. So like I mentioned a little bit ago, if you're looking at an AT4 in its fully loaded form at or above the $50,000 price point, I would just kind of skip that truck altogether, go for the Colorado ZR2 in its fully loaded form minus the $9,000 equipment group. I don't think that's needed for most people, and just get a $52,000 ZR2 Colorado that again should have most, if not all, of the same equipment as a fully loaded AT4. So that's my personal preference. I think the ZR2 is definitely the way to go if you're looking at or above that $50,000 price point. But if not, if you're looking to stay in the mid $40,000 range, then I think the base AT4 might be a very good option for you. Now, as always, I encourage you to go to the GMC as well as the Chevy website, build out these trucks yourself, and look at the standard equipment differences between not only Canyon's lineup, but also the Colorado's lineup. The Trail Boss is definitely a pretty basic, bare bones truck that I do have a video comparison here on the channel, so make sure to check that out if you're kind of curious about what the Trail Boss has to offer. But overall, there is a lot to like about these new next-gen Colorado and Canyons. Very excited to see him in person here later this week at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I will have plenty of content coming out of the show. Hopefully, I have a lot planned to film. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, hit that like button as always. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed. And once again, check out some of the other videos I have here on the channel, not only discussing the Colorado and the Canyon, but also a bunch of Hyundai and other GM content as well. So make sure to check all that out. And let me know down in the comment section below, between the AT4 and the Z71 Colorado, which is your pick and why? I'm definitely interested to hear the comparisons between these two trucks, because I know there are a lot of people out there comparing not only the Canyon to the Colorado, but different trim levels in particular. And I think I've covered quite a few of them here on the channel between these comparison videos. So hopefully these are helpful to you guys that are actually looking or in the market for a truck. And we hopefully should see these in 6 to 8 weeks or so, if not maybe a little bit sooner. They have been in production for about 1 week now. So pending any issues arise, I think we should see these relatively soon come spring. So definitely interested to see these once again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and hope to see you guys in the next one.